First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Bolden to start the drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
We look at this Browns defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Williams. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Bolden. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The Bears at 4-7 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Williams.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
To throw, Williams.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Browns.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's second down.
Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
To the air, Williams. The short throw pulled in by Woods. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. You look at this Browns defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Williams. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That pass complete to Moore. Catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. got to make completion step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down,
Norton down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got the connection to Moore.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
On the sneak, it's Hurts, and he is going to have a Browns first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll run on first down. It's Norton, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Now back to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Hurts. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
On first down, Norton. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts got his man complete over the middle. That's Norton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, it's Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Looking to throw is Williams. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete. Roma Dunze. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
Throwing again here, Williams.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That would look like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Williams from the gun on third down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 4th down, here's Williams. He's got his... And a loose football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles are going to blow the play dead. Since it was 4th down, a fumble cannot be advanced by another player, but fortunately, they will have enough to keep the first down.
Here's Bolden.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Oh, he fakes a spike.
But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jalen Hurts, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Browns 28, Bears 17.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
18 rattle, 18 rattle, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Warriors 70, go.
Here's Williams.
He's got a man, complete.
Look at the big man rumble.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Cole Kmet.
74 yards.
And the Bears are back within a score.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing is Williams.
And his throw is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To throw, Williams. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll go. Here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air once more. Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Hurts. Now pass complete to Moore. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This one from 46 yards out. And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
To the air, Williams. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Bears use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Second and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll look to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Able to push his way through. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bears, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.